Hope you were able to run the code we covered in the previous video. If you are facing any issues, please check that you typed everything correctly. You can also take a look at the code link added in the video description. In this video, we will analyze what happens when you execute the .NET Run command in the command prompt. We wrote two files, one C# project file and another C# code file. First, let's understand what a C# project file is. This file is like a blueprint that tells the .NET SDK how to create and run your program. Think of this file like a recipe card for your C# project. It includes what version of .NET to use, what output to produce, X, DLL, etc. This file can contain many other things. We will go into these details later in the course. Also remember, from .NET 5 up until .NET 9, the C# project file is required to run or build your project. But in future versions, like .NET 10, you'll be able to run .cs files directly without a C# project file. Now, let's go through the content of the C# project file. The project tag. This line tells the .NET SDK to use the basic .NET tools to build this project. Property group tag. This section holds important project settings, of which the output type tag tells the .NET SDK to create an executable .x file like a console app, while the target framework tag tells .NET to use .NET 9.0 to compile and run the program. When you run the command .NET Run, .NET reads the C# project file to figure out what to compile, which version of .NET to use, what output to produce, X or DLL. Now, let's understand what a .cas file is. A .cas file is simply a C# source code file. It's where you write the actual instructions for your program when using .NET. You can think of it as your script or storyboard for what the computer should do. Let's now analyze the My First Program code file. The first line of the program is using system. This brings in the system namespace, letting you use built-in classes like console without typing their full names. Then we have namespace My First Program. Namespaces act like folders for your code. My First Program groups related classes together and avoids naming conflicts. We will understand namespaces in detail later in this course, so don't worry about it too much now. Then we have public class program. This defines a class named program. Classes bundle data and methods. A class is required in C# to contain executable code. Then we have public static void main. Entry point of your application. This is where execution begins. And lastly, we have console.writeLine hello world. This code calls the writeLine method of the console class and then prints hello world to the console. In short, namespaces and classes help you organize your program from the start. Main acts like the front door. Everything your program does begins here. WriteLine shows how to produce output, a core programming concept.